Hi CCC family, it's Dawn Marie with Custom Comfy Crochet, and today we're going to learn how to do what looks to be a bullion stitch, but it's worked quite a bit different. It's, well, not quite different, but it's worked differently. You don't use two hooks, you don't go into your next stitch and pull up a loop. It is different. Anytime I learn something new, I want to share it with you guys. So I'm going to do my best to teach it to you, but I will say that it just downright takes some practice. You know, it just does. So just keep that in mind and don't give up, because once you get it, it's just so satisfying and it's so neat feeling. Similar to a popcorn stitch, but not as, I don't think it's quite as poked out as a popcorn stitch, so it's really cool the way it lays. But I'm going to show you the little pattern that I came up with to do the stitch with. Okay, so what I'm using today is a lightweight yarn. That's another thing. I tried this stitch with several different kinds of yarn. I think it definitely works best with a lighter weight yarn. So this is Baby Sport Bernat, so it's a 3-weight yarn, and I'm using a 3.5 millimeter hook. So I went down a half a size from what the yarn called for. So it called for a 4 and I went down. Let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so for the base for this stitch, I want to show you what pattern I've created. I'm going to start with a slip knot, and I'm going to do multiples of 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and we'll do 16, okay? Multiples of 2, and then we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then the 4th chain from the hook, I want you to put a double crochet. Okay? And then I want you to chain 1, skip 1, go into the next stitch and put a double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, and go into the next stitch and put a double crochet. So you're just going to do that all the way down. Chain 1, skip 1, and then put a double crochet. Okay, and we're on our last one. First, I'm going to skip 1 and go into our last stitch and put a double crochet. Okay, then we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, turn our work, and then we're going to go into the top of our previous double crochet and put a double crochet. So this chain of 4 counted as our double crochet chain 1. So now we double crocheted on the top of this one, we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to double crochet on the top of the next one. And then chain 1 again, go on the top of our next stitch, put another double crochet, chain 1 again, go on the top of our other double crochet here, put another double crochet. So you're just putting double crochets where you put them before, and with chaining 1 in between. Okay, and so now we have this last one right here. Don't forget this one. You still need to work over this last one, and these will be closer than the other ones. So chain 1 and put a double crochet right into the top of here, okay? So 1, 2, 3, make sure you count up and do a double crochet into the 3rd chain up, okay? So that's our base right there, and that is going to be a little bit of a repeat there. For the second round, you're going to repeat that after we turn our work, because all of these need to face forward, okay? If you put them on the back side, then they'll show through that way. So that'll make sense in a minute, okay? So now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to turn our work, and then we're going to single crochet into this first space right here, into our chain 1 space. You're going to single crochet there. And now we're going to start doing this variation bullion stitch, okay? So like I said, you don't need another hook. You're not going to chain up 3. This is what makes it different, okay? Now I'm going to give you every bit of help that I can with how I figured this out. But even I still mess up with a little bit. I've only been doing it a couple days, so even I still kind of mess up. But normally when you crochet, you would if I was going into my next stitch, I would go like this. So I'm working under. So if I was going to chain up here, I would go under this yarn here and pull up. That's how we normally crochet. We go under. Now some people do go over, so that, I don't know, but normally people go under. So you would normally go like this, you're pulling under and going over. You see how I'm doing that? So normally we would go under. For this stitch, you want to work over your hook, okay? It's not going to work if you do it under. So you're going to pull the loops this way onto the hook, like this. That's how you're going to pull the loops onto the hook. If you do it this way, like this, it's not going to work. So this is one of the most important things to know, is that you're going to go this way. Another thing you want to do is you want to keep your work loose when you're working around your hook, but you don't want it to be sloppy loose. If it's sloppy loose, it's not going to work either, okay? So let's just do one of these. We're going to do quite a bit. So if you don't get it right at first, it's okay. I'm going to do a lot more. But we have our loop on our hook. We're going to leave it there, and we're going to start pulling loops going over our hook. And we're going to do that 12 times. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then the 13th one, you're going to go like you're going to pull down a loop, but you're just going to catch it with your hook. And you're going to hold this little piece ever so lightly with your thumb or your nail. You're going to push up on this yarn and you're going to pull down at the same time. And when you do that, you're going to go through all the loops with the hook there, okay? Then you're going to go right back into this stitch. You're going to pull up this piece right here that's over your loops. And then you're going to pull it through and do a single crochet. And then that's what it looks like on the front, okay? Now I made that look very easy, and hey, you might get lucky and be able to do it really quick, but I didn't. So, and I've been crocheting for, I don't know, over 30 years. So then you're going to go into your next stitch, your chain space here, and you're going to put a single crochet. And right after you do that single crochet, we're going to work another variation bullion stitch, okay? So I want you to know that I'm keeping my tension very loose. So on my finger here, I'm holding this very loosely, and because I don't want the loops to go very tight around my hook. If they go really tight, then it's going to be very difficult to work them down, okay? So I'm holding it loose, but I don't want it to be sloppy loose. So like, I don't want it to be like this. You see how loose that is? That's too loose, and it leaves these down here very loose. So it's like this is a tension thing, okay? So I want to work around loosely, but not too loosely. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then wrap around for the 13th, but don't go all the way down. Hold this piece with your thumb. Press these loops up while you're pulling this down. And as you pull it down, pull your hook. You might need to maneuver it just a little bit all the way through. Then you're going to go back into this same space you just single crocheted in, pull this piece above the loops, and do a single crochet. And do you see when you work this, it all comes out this way, okay? So it's coming out as I'm working through the back, and these are coming out through the front, okay? So then I'm going to go into my next stitch, and I'm going to do a single crochet. And I'm going to, again, I'm holding my hook loosely, I'm holding my finger loosely, I'm trying to relax my shoulders, and I'm just going around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then my 13th one, I'm pulling my thumb up with all these loops. I'm pushing this up to the top of my hook while I'm pulling down, and then I'm going through all of them, okay? Then I'm going to go back through that same space I just single crocheted in, pull up, and do a single crochet, okay? So this is what it looks like. So we're just going to keep doing those together because I think it helps sometimes to see something more than once. So we're going to go into our next stitch, put a single crochet. I'm keeping this loop pretty loose, okay? Because if you get these loops, let's try to do it tight. I just want to see what'll happen, okay? So if I keep that really tight and I just go around, remember I'm going over, the yarn's going over my hook, not under, over, okay? So let's try to keep it tight and see what happens. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 13, go to push up and see it won't go through. You see? And that's why a lot of people, when they're doing the bullion stitch, they put another hook in here, which you could do. I mean, if you know how to do the bullion stitch and you want to try this, you could put another hook in. But that's not what this pattern calls for. So I wanted to do it the way it was taught. So the key is to keep your tension loose, okay? So again, let's try it again, going loosely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then there's my 13th. I'm going to hold that with my thumb, pull up, pull down, and I was hoping this would happen, okay? So I've been doing this for several days, and I did this one a little too tight. I think what I did, what happens here is I think I changed my tension. Now I could try to work this in still, but a lot of times what happens is it just comes undone, as you can see. So even after doing this a couple days, I'm going to have to start this stitch over and make sure that my tension is right. So again, going over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then for my 13th, I put it over like I was going to do it. I'm going to pull up on my thumb, hold this little piece right here, go down and through, and I'm kind of having to work it on this one. Sometimes you have to work it, sometimes you don't. There it is. Then I'm going to go into that same stitch, pull this up, and do a single crochet. All right, so let's do it again. Go into our next stitch, put a single crochet, and then let's work our stitch here, okay? So going over, keeping my tension loose on my finger, which I keep having to remind my own self to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and the 13th. Pull through. Just like that. Go back into the same space, pull that up, do a single crochet. And if you can see, I'm kind of doing my single crochet to the side, and that's because I don't want to grab any of this stitch into that when I work it. So I'm going to go into my next stitch, work a single crochet, and then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, work my yarn up the hook and bring it down at the same time, holding that little piece there out, then pull through, and it came undone. Okay, so we're going to try again. It seems like sometimes I'll get on a roll and I'll be able to do like a whole row with any problems, but of course I'm on camera, so it's going to give me a heck of a time. Okay, so again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, pull up and go through just like that. Go back into that same stitch, work a single crochet kind of to the side over here so you're not including that in it. Then you're going to go in your next stitch, work a single crochet, and start again. Okay, so that's what it looks like there. Isn't it so cool? It's so fun when you finally get it. I kept trying and trying and I finally got it, and I was just so happy when I did. And y'all know what I'm talking about when you're working those difficult crochet stitches or patterns and you just can't get it. When you finally do, you just want to do a little jig, okay? So again, over our hook, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and for the 13th, hold right there, pull up and go in. Go through all of them like that. Go into your stitch, pull up, do a single crochet to the side like that. Okay, then go into your next stitch, do a single crochet, and again working loosely, 1 over my hook, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and the 13th. Hold with my thumb right here, pull up to my hook and down with my hook all at the same time. Go through all those, go through the same stitch, pull through, and do a single crochet. And this is our last one right here in this little space right here. We're going to work our last one right here. So we're going to put a single crochet there and then work another stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and our 13th. Pull through. And see, that one glided like butter. I don't know why, but it did. Okay, back into the same stitch, work a single crochet. And now we're done with our 1, 2, 3rd row here, and that included this little crazy bullion stitch here. Okay, so then you're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you're going to do the double crochet chain 1s across. But where you're going to work at is you're going to work in between these bullions right here. I'm just going to call them bullions because I really don't know what else to call them. But right there, there's a stitch right there. You're going to work right into that and put, you're going to put a double crochet. Then you're going to chain 1. You're going to go in between these next 2 stitches. Find that space right there. Put a single crochet. A double crochet. Then chain 1. Go in between these. Another double crochet. Chain 1. Go in between these. Another double crochet. Chain 1. In between these. Chain 1. So just do that all the way down. You're finding this stitch in between these and putting a double crochet, chain 1, just like that. And then just don't forget, you're going to double crochet right here in this last stitch as well. So right next to this stitch right here, right on the top, is where we work that single crochet. So you're going to go right into there and put a double crochet. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And then the more you do this, the way I've done this pattern around these, it turns out really good and straight. So that's what I was really hoping for. So now you're going to work the bullion stitch. So, whatever it's called. So you're going to chain 1, turn your work. You're going to go right into this first stitch and you're going to work a single crochet. So you can see that now we're working from the back, and that's what you want to do. Okay. So now we're going to do just like we did before and start doing our stitches. So I'm just going to do a couple more and then we'll end the video, and I hope everyone gets it, but we're working over the hook. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and the 13th we wrap around but don't go through. Hold this in our thumb right here and pull down, push up and pull down at the same time. Go through all the loops. Go through that same stitch, pull up, and do a single crochet. Okay, there we go. And go into the next one. This will be the last one we do. Work a single crochet, and then again, a bullion variation of the bullion stitch. Work over the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then for the 13th, you go like you're going to wrap it around, but don't pull it down. Hold your thumb right here on this piece to hold it in place. Push this up and pull this down all at the same time. Go through all the loops, okay? Then go into the stitch, pull up this yarn right here, and do a single crochet. And then you would just keep repeating all of this. Do these stitches all the way down, and then you would chain 4. That would count as your double crochet, chain 4 and turn. That would count as your double crochet, chain 1, and then do the double crochet, chain 1s down, and then come back with this stitch again. So yay, it works out so good. I hope everyone gets it. Let me know if you do. Let me know if you have any problems. Maybe I can help. Remember, this is all about tension, so just keep that in mind. Keep working it till you get it. Like I said, it really is gratifying to get it done, okay? Try all the different yarns and hooks. Let me know what works the best, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy crocheting. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye-bye.